And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Today we are discussing the 80-hour work week, as we always do on this channel, and all the ins and outs that are participating in that topic. And today I want to specifically target the aspect of working for free because it is hugely and massively underrated. And let me explain why. First of all, let's understand the marketplace. The marketplace is who rewards you monetarily. If you do not provide any form of value to the marketplace, you will not receive any value from the marketplace. They'll completely and utterly ignore you. And so they should, because they've got priorities. They've got problems that need to be solved. They got issues with their family members, with their wives, with their kids, with their all sorts of things that are happening around the world, right? Everyone has problems. And for you to enter into their lives with no value to offer is a waste of their flippin' time, right? So the first thing that you need to understand is the aspect of trust. They're not going to give you their money. They're not going to give you their time. They're not going to give you nothing, none of their attention even, if you do not provide some sort of value to them, right? So what is the real issue here? The real issue is that they do not trust you. The issue is trust, the speed of trust. It's freaking amazing. You must develop trust, okay? If that's a freaking tagline that you can get from my channel, then so be it. Because the marketplace, think about who you trust. You know, the people that you trust, guess what? You send them money, don't you? Right? You'll send your mom money. Why do you send your mom money? Because she's been around your entire life. She's been extremely consistent, right? Who else do you trust? Well, you maybe trust some of your friends. Some you don't trust, so you don't send them money, right? Do you understand the principle? The principle of trust is that if you trust someone, you will send them money if they ask you for it, simply based on you knowing that you will receive value back for sending that value to them. So the only thing that you're struggling with in terms of not making money in your life is that people don't trust you at all, right? You could change that. You could change that very quickly. How do you go about changing that? People are not going to give you their time, their attention, their money if they do not trust you. This is the way that you actually get them to trust you. You need to be consistent. Even if you were to start talking to 100 people today and tell them that you want to provide something of value for them for free, they don't trust you. You're still wasting their time, right? So you need to figure out what is it that you can provide of value to someone. Which skill sets do you want to develop? What do you want to learn? What do you want to earn from in the future that you need to learn about now, right? So choosing your niche is very important. I do that inside my 30-day free trial that I got with Men of High Value. Make sure you DM me on Instagram about that. But you figure out your niche test. You figure out what it is that you want to do to quit your job, okay? Because there's two different things, and I can very briefly mention it. You've got the quit job niche, which is basically just the niche to get you out of your full-time jobs, right? And this should take maybe 2 to 3 years, and you're out of your jobs forever. You're never taking on a job ever again because you've become a business owner, right? And then you've got your life purpose niche, which is a completely separate one. Maybe it's the same thing, but sometimes your life purpose takes time to learn, takes time to develop cash flow for, takes time for you to have any form of marketplace value. And so just have a quit job niche. And then once you're free from a full-time job and you got money and cash flow and you replace yourself, then you can tackle the life purpose niche and figure out what that is, right? So going back to the task at hand, which is to provide value to the marketplace. So if you've got a quit job niche, right, and you figure that one out, you then figure out who your client avatar is. Who is the person that you'd love to spend time with, but that you'd love to do business with, that you'd also love to provide value for. Once you understand that, then you need to understand their needs. You understand their problems. You need to understand why they would pay someone money. They only prioritize things that actually solve their problems. Can you solve my problems? Okay, I'll pay you money for that. As long as you can solve my problems. If you're not solving my problems, why am I even spending a minute of my time talking to you? There's no reason for it. There's no value there, right? You need to be useful. You need to have utility. You need to be a man of high value, right? So the way that you go about doing that is by first understanding your niche, then you understand the client avatar, you understand now their problems. Next is beginning to understand the skill set. It's time to understand what skills that you need to develop so that you can provide value for your client avatar. This skill set you should be willing to learn for free, okay? Because once you begin to have a skill set that is valuable, people will throw money at you. Literally, they'll knock on your door at 12 o'clock in the morning, right? Just an example. Because they need you. They need you to do this thing for them, and you're willing to do it because you want to have their money, right? And that's when you find the win-win situation. So how do you get to that point? Once you understand all of these things, and you understand which skill set you want to develop, and you're fired up about learning this skill set because it's going to provide income for you, it's going to provide your financial freedom, get rid of those boring and horrible jobs that you might have right now, right? You need to begin to target, two people. One is people that already are making money in your field, in that specific space, and then ask them if you can work for free as their trainee, as their mentee, right? Mentee, yeah. So you now can work for free for them in exchange for learning the game, learning the skills, having them teach you how to do things. You know, the cool part is that mentors actually are willing very often to do that stuff for free as long as you offer something back in return. They don't want your money. Very often mentors don't need the money because they're making money. They just need an extra set of hands. They need assistance. They need your help in whatever shape or form. Like, if they need you to do X, Y, Z for them, no matter what it is, if it just gets your foot inside the door so you can basically say, you know, I also have this skill, and you know, I also have this skill, and you know, I can also work on this. Eventually, you'll now learn the most important skill sets that you're trying to learn from them, no matter what it is. Real estate, YouTube, coaching, trading, whatever it is. You simply have to figure out what they need help with and then provide that value for free because you're receiving way more value from them than you could ever possibly offer them. Because you're poor. You got nothing, right? I'm helping you to understand this process. That's the one person. But once you have that person, you're now beginning to learn some skill sets. If there's no one in your space that you know who's making money, then simply go out there and tell people that you will work for free for them. Because you're building up your business and you need to gain experience. And in the beginning, you might not know too much, but you're going to do your best to try and learn as you go, right? While trying to help this person to solve their problem. And if you're enthusiastic and you listen well and you contact a bunch of people, you're going to find people that are willing to take you on board to solve their problem, even though you know squat about the subject. Maybe you know a little bit because it's maybe something that you're interested in. Over time, they're going to get value from you. And you know why? Because you're going to do this to 100 people. Talk to 100 people every single day that you want to solve their problem for, that is about learning this specific skill set that you want to grow and that you want to take you to your financial freedom or take you towards your life purpose. Learn the skill. Invest time into the skill. We need to get going with the 10,000 hours as soon as possible, right? So you got your jobs in order for you to get survival, and then you have the work ethic. Now you go full ham on the 100 people every single day and offering your services for free and being very loud and clear about the fact that you're going to work for free for them. Do you know what's going to happen? You do that to a ton of people, you're going to get 10, 20, 30, 40 people that say, sure, let's go. Let's get going. I know a little bit about it, so I can train you a little bit. And then you take over and start doing this service for free. Fantastic. Now, guess what? Let's say you have 20 people, 20 clients that are not clients because they're not paying you anything, right? But you got 20 serious clients and you're working with them. What's going to happen when the 21st comes in and you simply do not have any form of capacity to take that 21st person on? You're just like, I'm just too diversified. If I was to take on this 21st client, I would drop the ball with one of my clients, and I don't want to do that. So what do I do, Joseph? What do I do? You start charging money. That's the cool part about it. At some point, the natural progression of things is going to cause you to simply need to charge money. And guess what? That person, the first person who you charge money for your service, your skill sets that you're bringing to the table of solving their problems, you're now going to make them your biggest priority in your business. And then you're going to have other people who are like, man, I want to still be a prioritized, client of yours. Great. Then you need to charge me, right? And suddenly you get 2 clients, 5 clients, 10 clients, 15 clients, and suddenly you have 20 paying clients because reputation starts spreading, your skill sets has improved, you're now providing real value to these people, and then it comes back to you plentyfold. You now have experience, you have value, you've got skill sets, and now you can charge pretty much whatever you want the more people come into your life, right? It's basic supply and demand. If you have very little supply, just like Bitcoin or oil or anything that gold, something that has very scarce supply, if there's massive demand for it, the price goes up, right? Automatically. That's cool because that's how you gain your financial freedom. This is the power of working for free, guys. For a long period of time, I refused to work for free because people said that you should charge higher, you should charge higher, you should charge higher, until a point where I was beginning to have clients, but I would keep some, but then I would lose some. And I was just like, I don't want to lose clients anymore. Like, I'm providing an amazing service, but maybe I was charging a little bit too much back then, right? Now I'm charging what I'm charging, and I'm very happy with my prices, and it's working. There you go. I'm learning to make drums, working for free. Fantastic. You got a mentee, and now you can provide value for people out there, and suddenly people will begin to pay you for doing drums for them, right? In orchestras or whatever it is, because you become really good at it, and you've done it again and again and again and again for free. Now, you have to survive as well, which is the reason why you need to have jobs. But if you do this free trial strategy, this is how you're going to get way more experience than all of the people that are charging money for their services. You want to get to the 80-hour work week when you get to the point where you have simply too little supply of your time, right? And your attention, where people come after you and start knocking on your door to give you money, to give you the opportunity of your lifetime to work with them. And this is also how you can continuously increase your prices, because you're charging a fair price, and eventually your prices will be completely out of the skies high. But you know what? People are going to be willing to pay for it because you're world class at what you do. This is what I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.